Hi, scholars, and welcome to reading. I hope that the quiz yesterday went well for you all and that you were able to have some downtime just to read whatever you wanted. So today we're starting with a new text called Great Migrations Whales. We're going to be learning all about sperm whales. And the reason that I love this book is that it's a great example of a nonfiction text. So usually the stories that we read in Reading Mastery are a little bit of a mix between nonfiction and fiction, right? So we learned all about how the earth moves and how it turns and things like that. But we also had a story about two geese that could talk to each other and helped each other. And that is a fictional story, right? Because geese don't really talk. They might communicate with each other in some way, but they can't speak English, certainly. So we know that that story is a little bit of fiction. Everything in this book that we are going to be reading is nonfiction. So the whole thing is true. There are a few things to know about a nonfiction text before you get into it. So here's a list of some words that I think that you really need to know. First, you need to know the glossary, what a glossary is. A glossary is a list of words that defines unusual, hard, and or important words that are found in a text, usually found in the back of a nonfiction text. So if you turn your books towards the back, you'd be able to find the glossary. The second word that you guys should know about are text features. Text features are inserts on a page of a nonfiction book that highlight important information. Text features can include definitions, charts, pictures, and more. So when we're looking in our book for text features, anything that is inserted on the page as a little bit of an extra is a text feature. Okay, captions are descriptions of photographs and other text features to better explain what is being shown. So if you have a caption, you have a picture, and then you have a description of the picture. So this simply says a sperm whale. And then we have the table of contents, which is right here, which just kind of shows you where you can find different topics. So again, we have the glossary in the back. We have text features. We have captions. And we have our table of contents. Okay. Let's see what else. So again, here's a big snapshot of our glossary. So these are all tricky words that are introduced to us in the text. And if you're curious or want to know more or having trouble remembering what something means, you can always go back to the glossary and check it out. Here are our text features. So we have a whale of a word and how we measure up. So there are a few hints about text features, for text features to help them make sense to us a little bit more. So first, we want to read and look at the text features before we start reading the main text. That will help us to better understand what is being said. The second thing is that after you read the text features, then you read the main text. And then you use what you learned from the text features with what you learned from the main text, and you bridge them together to have a better understanding of the concepts that are being presented to you. Okay, there's the caption again. Here's our table of contents. So how you use a table of contents, let's say I was really wondering about what a sperm whale eats. So I would look down on the move, wondrous whales, need to lead, what a feast. What a feast. I would probably look in what a feast if I wanted to know what sperm whales ate. Okay. All right. Hello, scholars. I moved because my husband's workspace is right by mine and I could hear him through the wall. So now I am upstairs. You can see behind me my backyard. There's a big maple tree and my deck. So I hope that you like this new change of scenery for right now. So to start our lesson today, I want everyone to turn to the glossary. So the glossary, remember, looks like this, and it can be found on page 46 and 47 of our Great Migrations Whales book. All right, I'm going to give you a minute to find the glossary on pages 46 and 47. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to read the tricky words from from left to right. And we're going to go down and do the next row, down and do the next row. Okay, the first word is migration. What word? Migration, moving from one region or habitat to another for a food or a mate. The word is migration. Word 2 is mate. What word? Mate is either a male or female in a pair. Most animals need a mate to have babies. What's the word? Good. Our third word is predator. What word? A predator is an animal that eats other animals. What's the word? Predator. If you guys have ever seen the movie Zootopia, that's what that kind of reminds me of. They have predators and prey. So I think that our whales that we're going to learn about are predators. All right, everybody, we are on the second row now. That word says spermaceti. What's the word? Spermaceti is an oily, waxy material found in the heads of sperm whales. And we'll learn a little bit more about that as we read. Spermaceti. The next word is carnivore. What word? Carnivore is an animal that eats meat. The next word is equator. What word? We already know about the equator. The equator is an imaginary line around the Earth, equal distance from the North and South poles. What word is that? Equator. Our next word is blubber. What word? Blubber is a layer of fat that turns into energy and heats up a whale's body. What's the word? Blubber. Our next word is echolocation. What word? Echolocation is using sound waves to locate an object. What's the word? Echolocation. So bats use it too. So bats don't have great eyesight because they're usually awake during the night. So they have to use echolocation or sound waves so they can know where they're going and they don't run into stuff, things like that. All right, our next word is whaling. What word? Whaling means to hunt for whales. The next word is pollution. What word? Pollution is damage to the environment with human-made waste. All right, now everybody turn to table of contents quick. That's on page 2, I think. I'm going to just quickly read through what we have here on the table of contents, okay? Table of contents, on the move, starts on page 4. Wondrous whales, page 8. Need to lead, 16. What a feast, 22. Deep sea divers, 24. Wee whales, 28. 10 cool things about sperm whales, 32. Whale talk, 34. Deadly dangers, 36. What you can do, 44. Glossary, 46. Index, 48. Okay, everybody turn to page 4. Okay, so remember our rule about text features that you read the text feature first and then the main text, and then we're going to bridge them together. Okay, so here we go. Whale of a word. Everybody touch whale of a word. Here we go. Migration. Moving from one region or habitat to another for food or a mate. Mate. Either a male or female in a pair. Most animals need a mate to have babies. And then if you look closely, we have 3 captions. Do you see the captions? One says sperm whales. One says red crabs. And one says wildebeest. All right, on the move. When animals travel from one region or habitat to another, it is called migration. Animals migrate in search of food or a mate. Migration helps animals survive on Earth. Many animals migrate. The sperm whale is one of them. Okay, and we're going to read the text feature, which is a little joke. It says, why did the whale cross the road? To get to the other tide. All right, we're on page 6 now, friends. What animal is longer than a school bus, has the largest brain of any animal, and is one of the greatest divers in the world? A sperm whale. Wondrous whales. Remember, we're going to read the text features first. So everyone touch the whale of a word. It's the white. Predator, an animal that eats other animals. So remember, I'm reminded of Zootopia. That helps me remember. And then go ahead and touch the green box. It says, how do we measure up? It says a sperm whale is so big, it makes an adult human look very small. And if you look, that's how big a person would be compared to a sperm whale. So sperm whales are huge. Let's read the main text. Wondrous whales. Sperm whales are amazing creatures. They are the largest toothed predator on the planet. Males are larger than females. Males weigh up to 50 tons and grow up to 60 feet long. That's not just big, that's huge. Weird but true. A sperm whale's brain is 5.5 times heavier than a human brain. A sperm whale's head is big too. It makes up 1/3 of its entire body length. Its brain is the largest of any animal on Earth and weighs much as 20 pounds. Error, I left out a word, did you see? And weighs as much as 20 pounds. Cool. Oh, we have 3 text features to go over first in this page. So everyone touch whale of a word. Spermaceti, an oily, waxy material found in the heads of sperm whales. All right, let's do the question and answer next. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a whale? It's a joke. A submarine with a built-in snorkel. Whale parts in demand. Spermaceti was once used to make cosmetics, creams, and candles. So cosmetics is makeup. So makeup, face creams, and candles. Let's read the main text. Sperm whales get their name from a waxy material in their heads called spermaceti. You say it like this, spermaceti, but scientists don't really know what its purpose is. Isn't that interesting? They still have no idea. All right, we know a lot about sperm whales. So these are all text features, really, because the whole picture is a diagram explaining the whale's body. So let's see. Weight, 35 to 50 tons. Length, 49 to 60 feet. Lifespan, about 70 years. It's pretty old. Tail fluke, powers a sperm whale to swim up to 23 miles an hour. The tail fluke is about 16 feet from tip to tip. Weird but true. The heart of the average sperm whale weighs 277 pounds, which is about as much as 2 adult humans. Whale of a word, carnivore, an animal that only eats meat. Okay, let's go up to where it says skin. Skin, dark gray or black and wrinkled like a prune. Flippers help steer the whale. Big teeth. A sperm whale's lower jaw has 36 to 50 teeth. Its upper jaw is toothless. Sperm whales are carnivores. Head. Sperm whales have a massive head and rounded forehead. Blowhole. Used for breathing. Sperm whales can hold their breath for up to 90 minutes. Okay. Need to lead. Need to lead. Female sperm whales travel in family groups called pods. There are 15 to 20 females and their young in a pod. Pods are led by an older female. She guides the whales to the best feeding grounds. Males usually leave their pods when they are between 4 and 21 years old. Then they join bachelor groups of up to 50 males. The largest and oldest males tend to swim alone. Why is being in a pod important? Sperm whales in a pod stick together as they travel. They protect and care for the sick, young, and injured. They make sure that every whale is fed. This is important protection since sperm whales migrate very long distances. Some swim enough miles in their lifetimes to circle the earth several times. They migrate according to the season. Okay, so this is also a text feature. It's a map. So we need to look at the map key first. It says sperm whale migration area. So that purple color is where sperm whales migrate to. And then the blue area is area where whales don't go. So there's only really that thin layer on top and that thin layer at the bottom of blue. Okay. In the fall, sperm whales migrate toward the equator looking for a mate. During the spring and summer, sperm whales swim farther away from the equator in search of food. Female whales and their young stay in the warmer tropical and subtropical waters year-round. Males, especially large males, travel much farther. They may swim as far as Greenland, swim as far north as Greenland, and as far south as Antarctica. So males migrate even more than the females. And then the whale of the word, I forgot to read it first. Here we go. Whale of a word, equator, an imaginary line around the earth, equal distance from the north and south poles. Okay, scholars, that's where we're going to stop today. Our task now is to support a main idea with evidence. Okay, friends, so we are going to learn about a fancy graphic organizer called the Box and Bullet that's going to help us determine the main idea of a paragraph and then find 3 supporting details for that. Not paragraph, but reading, okay? So a box and bullet looks like this. We're going to put our main idea up in our box, and then we're going to have 3 supporting details below. Okay, I'm going to do a practice one with you first, and then your homework is to finish one, okay? So if I want to do a box and bullet, let's say about wondrous whales. And I put as my main idea, I think, is the first sentence of this paragraph where it says, sperm whales are amazing creatures. So I'm going to put that in my box. Sperm whales are amazing creatures. Now, if that's my main idea, then I need 3 pieces of evidence to back it up. Okay, so let's see. They're the largest toothed predator on the planet. Males are larger than females. Males weigh up to 50 tons and grow up to 60 feet long. That's not just big, that's huge. Okay, so I see some interesting things on here and some not so interesting things on here. Sperm whales are amazing creatures. They are the largest toothed predator on the planet. I'm going to add that. So one example of how they're amazing is that they're the largest toothed predator on the planet. Okay, so that's my first example. My second example, it says males are larger than females. Does that make sperm whales super amazing? Not really. There's a lot of animals that have males that are bigger than females, so I'm not going to put that on. But it is impressive that males weigh up to 50 tons. Males weigh up to 50 tons. Whoa, that's pretty cool. And then they grow up to 60 feet long. Wow. Okay, so scholars, do you see how my 1, 2, 3 examples, they all go towards the sperm whales being amazing creatures? Okay, so now let's talk about your homework. Your homework is to complete this box and bullet. Okay, it is important for whales to travel in pods. Mrs. Halverson forgot her period. Okay, that is your main idea. Okay, now you need to tell me 1, 2, 3 reasons that it's important for whales to travel in pods. Now we did read about this today. Okay, if you need a hint, you are going to want to look under the part that's called need to lead. Okay, in that section, the need to lead section, there are these 2 pages and this page, okay? You need to find 3 supporting details of why it's important for whales to travel in pods. You can just do that in your notebook, take a picture of your finalized box and bullet, and turn it in on this assignment. If you have any questions at all, if this is super confusing, because it is a little bit different, make sure that you come and see me during my office hours, okay? Have a great day, scholars. See you later.